Your cat is lonely, not sometimes, not occasionally. Right now today while you're busy, while you're scrolling, while you're just existing in the same house, but not really present, your cat is experiencing something that has a real name in veterinary science. And it is slowly, quietly causing them harm. The painful part? Every single sign has been there, right in front of you, for months, maybe longer. You just didn't know what you were looking at. Today, we're going through 10 behaviors your cat shows when loneliness starts to affect them, and some of these will make you stop and think about yesterday, about last week, about the last time you truly, fully gave them your attention. Stay until the very end, because the last thing I'm going to tell you is something most vets don't mention until it's already too late, and it could genuinely save your cat's life. Sign 1. They steal your seat. 2. Stand up for literally 2 seconds. You turn around and your cat is already curled up in your exact spot. Most people laugh it off. Cats are just like that. But here's what's actually happening. Your seat holds your warmth and your scent, and to your cat, your scent is the closest thing to your actual presence. When you leave the room, sitting in your spot is how they close the distance between you. It is not mischief. It is not territory. It is longing expressed in the most quiet, dignified way a cat knows how. Next time this happens, don't shoo them away. Sit right beside them. Even 5 minutes of that contact tells their nervous system, they're still here. I'm not alone. That's all they needed. Sign 2. Nighttime crying. It's late. You're asleep. And then from somewhere in the house, your cat starts calling out. Not hungry, not hurt, just crying. There is something about that sound that is different from every other sound a cat makes. It's not demanding, it's searching, like they're calling for someone without knowing if anyone will answer. Here's why it happens. Cats are naturally most active at dawn and dusk. When night falls and you close your bedroom door from their side of that door, you have simply vanished. For a cat who already carries quiet anxiety about being alone, that closed door in the dark can trigger something that feels genuinely distressing to them. That cry is them calling for you. A simple fix: leave your door slightly open, or place a worn piece of your clothing near their sleeping spot. Your scent alone can calm a nervous system that is searching for proof you're still there. Sign 3. Over-grooming and hair loss. This is the sign that gets missed the longest, because it hides inside something completely normal. Cats groom themselves, so a little extra licking doesn't alarm anyone, but when you start noticing thin patches, bare skin showing through the fur, something deeper is happening. Here is the science. The act of licking releases endorphins, the body's natural stress relief chemicals. When loneliness builds long enough inside a cat, grooming becomes self-medication. A compulsive loop they return to when the emotional weight becomes too heavy. It is the feline equivalent of a human biting their nails, pulling their hair, tapping obsessively, behaviors that only appear when anxiety has nowhere else to go. If you see this, see a vet first to rule out skin conditions. Then ask yourself an honest question. When did I last spend real, focused, undistracted time with my cat? The answer might surprise you. Sign 4. Meeting you at the door. You come home, open the door, and your cat is already standing right there, tail straight up, eyes locked on you, doing small circles around your feet like you are the most important thing that has ever walked through that door. Most people smile, step over them, and move on, but stop for a moment and understand what just happened. A straight up tail in cat language means trust and joy combined, and they do not show this to just anyone. Your cat didn't just happen to be at the door. They have been near that door listening for your footsteps, for the sound of your key, for the specific rhythm of your approach building up to this one moment. This is the emotional peak of their entire day, and it lasts about 30 seconds before they walk away. So please stop. Crouch down to their level. Make eye contact. Acknowledge them, because that moment you almost walked past, that was everything to them. Sign 5. Hiding and withdraw. When you come home, call their name. Silence. You search the house and eventually find them tucked into a dim corner staring at nothing, completely still. People assume that's just cats being cats, independent, unbothered. But if this starts happening more often, especially after you've been away for longer than usual, it is not independence. It is emotional overload. Cats hide when they need to process feelings they cannot express. The hiding doesn't mean they didn't miss you. It often means they missed you so much that they need time to sit with the weight of it before they can come back. The behavior that looks like indifference is often the clearest signal of longing. Don't force them out. Don't call them repeatedly. Just sit nearby, read, work, exist quietly in their space, and let them decide when they're ready to return. They will come back. They always do. Sign 6. Rubbing against you more than usual. You're standing at the counter, and your cat keeps weaving through your legs. You sit down, and they immediately press their face against your hand, your ankle, your arm, not asking for food, not asking for play, just needing to touch you. Cats have scent glands along their cheeks, forehead, and the sides of their head. When they rub against you, they are leaving their own chemical signature on your skin. This is not just affection. This is something more urgent. They are saying, "You are mine. I need to feel that right now. I need to know this is still real." When a cat does this more than usual, it is a signal that their sense of security has been shaken. Maybe you've been busier. Maybe the routine changed. Maybe they just need more of you than they've been getting. Respond with a slow stroke down their back. That is their language spoken directly back to them, and it calms something deep. Sign 7. Scratching furniture more than usually. You come home to fresh claw marks on the couch corner. Something knocked off the table. Your cat sitting nearby, completely unbothered. Scratching is instinctive, but the location and the frequency tell you something. Cats scratch to mark territory not just visually, but chemically, through scent glands in their paws. When the frequency increases, especially in areas where you spend most of your time, your cat is trying to re-establish their sense of place in a home where they're beginning to feel disconnected. They're not being destructive. They are trying to write their name back into the space, to remind themselves that they belong here, that this is still their home, that you are still their person. A scratching post near their favorite spots helps redirect the behavior. But what helps more is 10 to 15 minutes of real interactive play each day, because what they're actually asking for isn't a surface to scratch, it's your presence. Sign 8. Bringing you gifts. You wake up, and something is waiting outside your bedroom door. A toy, a hair tie, something you'd rather not think about too carefully. And your cat is right there watching you, waiting for your reaction. In the wild, mother cats bring prey back to their kittens. When your cat brings you something, anything they are, tapping directly into that instinct. They see you as family, and this is their way of contributing, of caring for you, of saying, "I thought about you, I brought you something, I'm looking out for you." It is one of the most wholehearted gestures a cat can make. Even if the gift is something you'd prefer they hadn't found, respond gently. Acknowledge it. Never scold them for this, because dismissing that gesture doesn't just hurt their feelings. It teaches them that offering love leads to rejection, and a cat who learns that will eventually stop offering. Sign 9. Going outside the litter box. This is the one that frustrates cat owners the most, and it's also the one that is most misunderstood. When a cat eliminates outside their box, especially on things that belong to you, clothes, bags, blankets, they are not getting revenge. They are not being spiteful. Cat urine contains pheromones. By marking your belongings, they are mixing their scent with yours, creating a combined signature, a blended identity. In their language, this is a bonding behavior, a desperate, poorly timed, very inconvenient bonding behavior, but bonding nonetheless. They are saying, "I need us to smell like each other. I need proof that we belong together." Rule out medical causes first, always. If the vet gives them a clean bill of health, take an honest look at the quality time they've been getting, and make sure the litter box itself is being cleaned consistently. Because a dirty box is often the first real trigger. Sign 10. Eating less or not at all. This is the most serious sign on this entire list, and it needs your attention immediately. A cat skipping meals is never normal, not for a day, not for 2 days. But because it can look like pickiness or mood, many owners wait, watch, hope it resolves. Here is what is actually happening medically: chronic loneliness and sustained Stress directly suppresses a cat's appetite. And when a cat stops eating even for 48 hours, a dangerous condition called hepatic lipidosis can begin to develop, more commonly known as fatty liver disease. The body, starved of calories, begins pulling fat from reserves and flooding the liver faster than the liver can process it. It can become life-threatening within days. On top of that, long-term emotional distress has been directly linked to feline idiopathic cystitis, a painful, recurring bladder condition that flares specifically during periods of prolonged anxiety. If your cat has not eaten in more than 24 hours, do not wait. Please get them to a vet. Closing plus shocking reveal 9:45 11 o'clock. The 10 signs we just walked through are not a list of failures, they are a language. A language your cat has been speaking to you quietly, consistently, sometimes desperately, and the only way they know how. They will never knock on your door and say, "I'm struggling." They will never send you a message. They will never ask for help out loud. All they have is what they do. And now, you know what it means. Now, the thing I promised you at the beginning. The thing that most people don't hear until something has already gone wrong. A 2019 study published in the journal Current Biology found that cats form secure and insecure attachments to their owners exactly the way human infants attach to their caregivers. Cats with secure attachments, cats who trust that their owner will return, will be consistent, will be present, show lower stress, better health, longer lifespans, and stronger immune systems. Cats with insecure attachments, cats whose owners are unpredictable, frequently absent, or emotionally unavailable, show higher cortisol levels, more behavioral problems, and significantly higher rates of stress-related illness. In simple terms, the quality of your relationship with your cat directly affects how long they live. Not the food, not the vet visits, not the toys, your consistency, your presence, your attention. So the next time your cat steals your seat, sit beside them. The next time they meet you at the door, stop and crouch down. The next time they cry at night, leave the door open, because they are not just asking for affection, they are asking to live. Next video: 7 things you do every day that your cat secretly loves but never shows, including one thing most owners stop doing after the first year that their cat misses more than almost anything else. Don't miss it.